right, so today is January 11th, and this is the Team SB call. Tonight, our topic is getting your customer started right. So I wanted to really tackle this subject quick in the year because I have made it a personal mission of my own to really put challengers first this year. I think back to when I first started, and I guess I should ask all you guys this question. Did you guys did Beachbody attract you because of the coaching opportunity, or did you come in here because you wanted to be better in some aspect? You wanted to lose some weight. You wanted to feel better, right? That's the thing. I think that we sometimes get lost with that. And I have been doing a lot of self-evaluation lately, and I'm like thinking about the team, and I'm thinking about the coaches that quit along the way. And I'm like, what is the difference between the coaches that stick around and the coaches that quit, right? And I think the answer is kind of right in front of our eyes. It's the fact that the people that stick around are the people that are seeing the results. They're the people that fall in love with the products, and they're the people that love it so much that they can't help but give it to other people. That's what makes a successful coach. And I think about it, it's like when my coach, I remember back in the day, feels like forever ago, back in 2014 when she introduced the business opportunity to me, I remember thinking to myself, like, I'm just getting started on this journey of my own. Like, I'm not ready to pay it forward to other people. I don't know how to do this. And she told me the same thing. She goes, you love what you're doing, right? You love these programs. Like, all you need to do is share it with other people. Like, that's what coaching is. And I just was like, okay, well, let's give this shit a try. But the way that I want to start this call tonight is I want for everybody to close their eyes really quick. You finally, remember that day that you told me yes, or you told your coach yes. You ordered the challenge pack. Half of us were terrified as shit because we didn't have the money to do it. And we were considering calling our coach back and telling her to cancel the order. But we wanted it. We had a fitness goal. We had something we wanted to accomplish. Remember the day the box arrived on your doorstep. It was a big blue box, and it said Beachbody Challenge on the side. You picked it up, you went inside, and you took a picture of it, and you sent it to your coach, and you said, look what's here. And you opened the box, and you slowly pulled all of the stuff out, and you could just feel yourself getting so excited. But then you saw those containers, and you're like, I'm supposed to eat that little every single day because you didn't understand. And you just remember being so excited, and you literally wanted to blend your first shake immediately to see what all the hype was about. And then you started 4 days in, you were committed, you were excited, and you lost a couple pounds in the first week, and you reached out to your coach again, and you said you felt so good. You finally found something that was working for you, and you just were really proud of yourself. And then a couple weeks later, you come to the end of your first round, and you have your first transformation. Does everybody remember that feeling? Go ahead and open your eyes. That's the feeling we want to give to other people. That's the feeling that I can't forget. The day that box showed up on my doorstep. The day I was so mad that I bought those containers and thought that I had to eat that little every single day, and I had to reach out to somebody and basically be like, do I get more than one a day? That's the feeling, that excitement is what this business is about. Coaching comes later. But in order to find the perfect coach, in order to find the person that's going to fit in with our team, find the person that's going to be the next person that's going to change the lives of so many people, it starts with that feeling. And in order to give them that feeling, we need to be 150% present in every step of their journey. And it starts from the moment they say yes. So tonight, what I'm hoping is to give you guys some insight on how I personally get my customers started right. And this changed so much. There's so much trial and error to this. And what I'm doing right now may not work a year from now. What I'm doing right now had to evolve from what I was doing a year ago. Things are different. And what I'm learning, and what you guys are probably already learning, no matter how far you're into business, is that everybody's so different and everybody needs help in a different way. But here's the thing. We are there to help them with that. We're here as their coach. They picked us. They picked you. Out of every single 450,000 coaches in the network, they picked you because they trusted you. So you have a duty to uphold, and you have results to help them get. So tonight, I put together a PowerPoint that I think is extremely ugly because I didn't have much time to do it. But I put together a PowerPoint that's going to take you through the steps on how I get my customers started right. Because Carl Deichler came to Charlotte for Super Saturday last weekend, and he gave a talk about how 2016 was the hardest year Beachbody ever had. And it's funny because you wouldn't think that, right? You think Beachbody is constantly growing, but I guess they took a huge income hit in 2016. And they were saying it was because people were bringing in people as coaches instead of as customers. And it really got me thinking, and it got me having that. I did a live video on my page the other day about how I finally realized why coaches quit. Because a lot of the times we put the business first, right? And because we love it. We already know how exciting it is. We know that like it comes with this big family. We all know that it comes with like this everlasting support. It comes with all these great things. But like people, what we do is like we get so excited about talking about it. And this is not me saying not to talk about the business, but we get so excited about talking about it that we forget like the mission of the company in general, which is to what? Help people live healthy and fulfilling lives. The best coaches, guys, come from people that are proof the products work. But some people are looking at us, and how many of you guys, by a show of hands, have reached out to you and just not ever asked you about a program before, but just said, hey, what's this coaching thing you're doing? I get that all the time. All the time. And it's so easy, and it'll happen. If it hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen. It's going to get, especially once you become, when you're starting to bring in more money and great things are happening and you're making a post about how you quit your job, or you're making a post about how you paid off a credit card and stuff like that. People are going to start asking because people want immediate gratification. And Carl said that the reason 2016 was the hardest year in our company is because people come in here and they think they're going to make $1 million right off the bat, that they're not going to have to work hard, that they don't have to be proof the products work, and then all of a sudden they quit because what happens? They didn't do the work. They don't remember the whole reason why we're here and what the point of us being a coach is. And he wants to change that this year. And I was so excited to hear him say that because I was like, shit, like that's what my mind's at. Like, I love this business, but I also know that I cannot serve somebody that is not a firm believer of our products, that isn't like wanting to go on top. I guess another question for you guys. If Carl were to call you today and say, you cannot work the business anymore, would you still use our products? I would. I believe in Shakeology. I believe in our programs. I have seen the results. I've seen this work. And if my business were taken away from me tomorrow, no more paychecks, nothing like that, I still would use our products. And those are the coaches you want on your team. Lifers. Look at the people in the little boxes around you right now. Have you seen a lot of transformations on this page? In these little boxes? Believers. Lifers. And getting your customers started right creates lifers. People that like are so excited about the product. And I have a brand new coach, and she's on here right now, but her name's Lindsay. And on our Get Started Right call, I literally said, like, what made you want to decide to start coaching? And her response to me was, after day one, I was like, this shit is real. Like, this works. A couple days in, her migraines are gone because of Shakeology. This shit works. 30 days in, she has her first transformation. This shit works. And there's no doubt in my mind, and I can speak on behalf of every single one of my coaches on here that I'm looking at in your little boxes, you're here and you're still here because you believe this works. And you want to give it to someone else. So I'm going to dive into how I get my customers started right. And I'm going to be sharing some of this stuff on the team page after too. But let me dive on into this. So this is my checklist. And I'm going to share this on our team page. This is basically what I believe that you need to do in order. Like, I'm going to put this in our team page so you can print it out. For every single customer you have, you need to be checking off every single box. That means you did your job as a coach to get them started right. I'm going to break each of these down by topic, so you don't feel like you have to like scramble right now. But step number 1 is the welcome email. So this starts the moment that they tell you yes and that enrollment form goes through. A welcome email should be sent to your, a welcome email should be sent to your customer within 24 hours of enrolling. This is going to include the breakdown of the charges that they're going to be seeing, as well as the prep documents they can start browsing through as they wait for their package to arrive. This is available to you in our team page. I have given you, if you guys go into our team page and you click on photos and you go to albums and click on 2017 resources, all this stuff is there for you. You can click on 2017 welcome email for new customers, discount coaches. I also have a separate one for people who sign up for all access. But basically 24 hours within them enrolling, I actually send this to them immediately after they enroll. This is what it is. I have one for a coach and I also have one for a customer. What it's going to do is it's going to basically congratulate them for making this commitment to themselves, and then let them know what their charges are going to be. You do not want somebody messaging you in the next 30 days saying they had no freaking clue they were going to get charged for Shakeology again. We cannot be like that with our customers. We want to be open. So I always tell them in the first email exactly what they're going to be charged for. Beachbody now sends them a courtesy email 1 week before their shipment if they want to change their flavor or anything like that. So that's new. That's good. They weren't doing that before, but still you want to save your own butt and make sure that they're aware of the charges coming out. If they are a military person, this is a side note, they get their $15 fee waived. If you guys did not know that, there's an application they can fill out, and this $15 fee that we pay as coaches will be waived for them. I also tell them about Beachbody On Demand, because Beachbody On Demand is the way of the future. So I tell them how to log in. I tell them how to use it. I give them a link on that. And then I give them some tools to get them started right. So they ordered their program. Now what? So this is basically there for you. This is all there for you guys. So this is, you just take it and copy and paste it. I give them recipes from my blog. I give them extra recipes, my Pinterest boards. And then I say, if while they're taking advantage of the discount, people might ask what they're doing. Here's an application to fill out for this is my coach questionnaire, so you're not going to want to use mine because it'll come to me and not you. But I tell them to fill that out so I can get them started on the right foot if they decide that they want to coach. There's also one in there for a new customer. This is going to just not include anything about the discount coach opportunity. Same things though. Again, this is in that 2017 resource album, and you just click on it and you can copy it and paste. I would recommend just downloading it and saving it to your computer. I also have mine in email form, so I can use it for Streak, and I'll just click here, and then this is a whole other topic, and then I'll just click discount coach welcome email and it just pops up. So that's how I do that. So that's step number 1. Any questions about the welcome email? Okay. The next is a challenger form or something along the lines to kind of see what they need from you. I made this form off of Google Forms. Super easy. Same thing as like the docs and stuff like that. It's super easy to make, but I send this to them after. I send them the welcome email. I said, hey, and I said, send them a message and I say something simple like, hey, if you don't mind, can you please just fill out this form for me? It's going to help me help you. On this form, I have them put their name, their email, what their health and fitness goals are, what it would mean to them if they achieve these goals, if they fall off, how they want me to help them get back on track, the best way for me to stay in touch with them and how often, and what they need from me as their coach. Again, this is not a I'm not saying this is a requirement by any means. Like, this is your choice, but this has really, truly helped me get to know what my challengers need from me. As you can imagine, every single person is so different. Some people don't want to be bothered. Some people only want to be talked to in the challenge groups. Some people need you to talk to them every single day. Other people need every other day. But once you get this, you can take this form, print it out, wherever you want to put it into, and I'll show you guys my system in a second. But wherever you want to put it so that way you can see it. I have mine separated by when they need me to get in contact with them. So one of my like categories will say, daily people, bi-weekly people, things like that, just so that way I know when to get in touch with them, and I can just automatically go through and do that. So this is just kind of a way to kind of save your ass, so that way that they don't feel like they are left by themselves, you know? And this is a way for you to get to know what kind of person you're working with. Does that make sense, guys? Thumbs up? Cool. Next is your prep emails. This, again, is all done for you. This is all done for you. So when I talk about these prep emails, this once again is in your 2017 resources album. You can click on emails to send to customers or discount coaches after welcome email is sent. It's right in that resource document. This is what that is. So, and I have exactly when to send it to them. So 2 days after they get their welcome email, I send them an email about Beachbody On Demand. Again, copy and paste it. I give them a video of me walking them through it and telling them what Beachbody On Demand is, as well as giving them the 5 things that they should know about it, because they all get access to it. They all get it. And again, that is the way of our future. And this is the way for you to basically sit down with them and like tell them exactly how to navigate it. Because now we have the all access pass. This is especially important for those that got the all access pass. The free 30-day trial, because we want to keep them on it. The 2 days after they get their Beachbody On Demand one, or I usually send this the next day. That's what that one should say. But it's why Shakeology. The most common reason people cancel their Shakeology is because they don't know how to make it right. And they don't like the taste of it. So I tackle this on their 3rd day after I talk to them. Again, this is in there. Copy and paste it and send it to them. Download this to your computer. I give them a whole thing of Shakeology recipes. I mean, when I say a whole thing, look at this. By flavor. I tell them how, it's still loading, but it goes by flavor. And it goes through all of these so that they have all of this stuff. It's attached in that email. And I also, there's a video that I put in the prep week, which tells them how to make the shake. After that, I send them an email that says, did you get the invitation to the app? So congratulations on being part of our health and fitness group. Here's a YouTube link on the app so you understand how to use it. It's that simple. I send them an email the day before the challenge group starts. And I tell them if they do not have their box yet, here's how to use Beachbody On Demand. And I tell them to drink a lot of water, and I tell them I just give them some inspiration, and as well as attach some more recipes for them. And then day 1, I send them a happy day 1 message. Let me see what's got some comments here. So many emails appreciative of the recipes. Awesome. Awesome. And Amanda said, do you recommend us redoing the videos? You don't have to. They're already done, you know. Use them until you're ready to personally make your own. You don't have to do that right now. They're already there for you to use, so just go ahead and use them, in my opinion. Don't add extra work for yourself unless you want to. But I do encourage you guys to make these sound like you know. So if you want to adjust them a little bit to make them more you can totally do that. Yeah, perfect. All right, so everybody understands the prep emails. Cool, and again, that's for you right here. It's in your resources album. Next, oops. Did they get their package? This is a really easy one to skip over. We have access to seeing their tracking information, and I make sure that I know when they get their stuff. You can go to your Coach Online office and go to your previous office view, orders, and customer orders, and you can look at their tracking. So you will personally know when they receive it. But like I mentioned, a lot of times they will tell you when they receive it. But it is our job as their coach to reach out to them and ask them whatever questions that they have about the box and everything inside. Because they're going to have questions, right? And you guys all remember that day where we opened the box and there's a shit ton of stuff in there. We had no idea where to start. So make sure that you're following up with them. Everything usually takes 5 to 7 days to get in. So make sure that you just follow up with them, make sure that they got all their stuff. Step 5, and that another important thing about this one is sometimes, guys, they forget things in the package. So make sure that they tell you, like, that's just the way of the world. That's the way that customer service works sometimes. Unfortunately, they might forget a shaker, or they might forget the containers. Make sure they let you know what's in the box so you can contact Coach Relations and make sure that they get those to them immediately. Okay, step 5 is getting them added to the challenge group. So we really want to make sure that they are in some sort of accountability group. That's what we pretty much advertise on Facebook, so we need to follow through with that. Whether that is your own challenge group or whether it's your coach's challenge group that you're helping them run. They need that extra accountability. Think back to when you first started, how great those groups were for you to interact with your coach and to log your stuff. The Challenge Tracker app is so huge for that now because they can literally log their stuff right on the app and they have that accountability there. And also remember, they are your challenger. So if you're running a group with other coaches, which I know a lot of us do on this team, if you have customers in there, they should see you. They should see you logging, they should see you posting, and they should be able to realize that you're doing this with them. It is our job as their coach to like or comment. I comment on every single post they make in Challenge Group. Remember, guys, they sign up with you out of all these coaches for a reason. They want your support. So make sure that you're showing them that you're there, that no post, and this should be the golden rule. I remember writing this down at Summit this year. No post should ever go untouched. Like, I want to make sure, I know that if I committed to something, I would want people to know that I'm there, that I'm actually logging stuff. And also making sure that they understand how to use the app and making sure that you're keeping track of it in the Challenge Tracker Coach portal. So looking in here, if I go into my health bet here, I have a ridiculous amount of people in here and it's very active right now, so it's kind of hard to keep up with it. But so I haven't gone through the second half of the day yet. But if I go through it really quick, hey, there's Andrea. I can sit here and I will go through and I will literally like and comment on every single post. But I also can click on participants and I can go through and see how many shakes they logged, how many workouts they logged, and I can make a quick scroll like this and I can see who might not. So Liz has only logged 1 out of 1 and it's the 3rd day. So I would reach out to Liz and I'd be like, hey girl, what's going on? You know what I mean? So that's the kind of stuff that we want to be aware of to make sure that, I know Melissa hasn't done any workouts this week and it's like, okay, what's going on? Let's check in with her. All right. Doing an awesome prep week before your group begins. I'm going to click back over here into this lovely resource guide. This is right here for you. Click on it, and it is this template. I open the group. This is very self-explanatory. I'm not going to go through this one by one. If your coach might already have one, so make sure you reach out to your direct upline. But this is there for your use too. I make a video and setting the expectations for them right off the bat, but I get them in the group and I do this one by one. I started on Sunday and I progressively go through the week. Literally, guys, this is done for you. Copy and paste it into your challenge group. The cool thing about the My Challenge Tracker app, if you go here and you go to scheduled draft posts, these are my scheduled posts. So I already have one going up for tomorrow. You add post, write in it, schedule it. So you can schedule out the entire prep week. And another beautiful thing the Challenge Tracker app has is the post library. So I click on the post library and I go back to my Mary Fitness December accountability group and look, all of them are there. I just copy and schedule them again. So after this first week, my prep week's done, I just will copy and I'll reschedule it for the next one. I can go back to all of them. Sweating for the wedding back in March. And I can schedule all these. Those are there for you. So yeah, you're going to basically for prep week, it's just in a nutshell, set the expectations quick, letting them know what they can expect out of this, having them engage, sharing them what their goals are, giving them recipes, grocery shopping tips, same thing with the Y Shakeology. I give a video on how to make the perfect shake. I attach Shakeology recipes, how to use Beachbody On Demand. Post 2 is the 5 things they should know about Beachbody On Demand. Asking them what questions they have, what's recipe swap, or how confident are you? Send me your stuff, things like that. How to take your before pictures and all that good stuff. That's there for them. Like, make sure that's all scheduled and ready for them. Everybody good on this one? Again, that's in 2017 resources. Step number 7, this is something I'm doing new this year, and I love this. I love this. Offer a call or a Zoom with your challengers where you can answer any questions they have about their program. I gave them, I think Andrea was on it. Andrea is one of my newer coaches. I did this for the first time. I literally invited them all on a Zoom, and I said, come with your questions. We do Get Started Right calls for new coaches. Why are we not doing them for our challengers? The week before the group starts, I'm offering this, basically giving them a chance to come on, meet me face-to-face, pick my brain, ask me questions, and express any concerns they might be feeling about the program. I only had 3 people show up on my last one, but that's 3 people that really wanted to come on and ask me questions. And I thought that was so cool. That was so cool because they weren't coaches. They were people that genuinely were trying to get ready for their program. And I love it. If you are somebody, like, if you're a new coach right now, I envy you. If you only have a couple customers right now, I envy you. You can get on the phone with them for 10, 15 minutes. I have to do a pretty big Zoom call because that's just the way that I would talk to all of them. But yeah, if they need help, guys, if they really want you on the phone, yeah, it's going to help. Caitlin said that she did this with her 2 discount coaches. Seriously, that is what they need. They need you to answer their questions, and they need to know that you're, like, especially once you start reaching out of your warm market and they don't really know you personally and they've never really met you face to face, this gives them a chance to sit back with you and ask you questions and really meet you face to face. So I did a live call with them and I just let them ask me questions. I'll be doing that routinely now the week before, during prep week, the Thursday and prep week, every week for them to ask me questions. Does everybody like that idea? Again, these are not required. This is just what I personally do. Step number 8 is get their before picture and measurements. This is vital, in my opinion. How many of you guys have directly asked your customers for a before picture and measurements? Anybody? Or you just tell them to do it? I ask them to send them to me. And just make sure you guys assure them that this is for your eyes only. You're not going to share it with anybody you don't want to. They don't want you to, and it's literally, it's confidential. When they send it to me, it is between me and them. Like, I don't share it with anybody else. But this is a great way to hold them accountable because now they sent you their before picture. They sent you your measurements. They just got as vulnerable. Guys, how many of you remember taking that before picture? Oh my God, I hated that picture, right? I hate my before picture. Every other human being on the planet hates their before picture. And you feel really vulnerable sending it to your coach. But what that does is, like, by you reaching it, saying, hey, I really want this to hold you accountable. You have their before picture. They want to send you an after. They want to send you the after. They want to show this. So on day 21 or 30, you're going to reach out to them again. You're going to say, hey, let me see that after picture. Let me see your final measurements. And then you can put it side by side for them and show them how far they came. And that's an incredible feeling for not only them, but for you as their coach to see, like, how far you help that person get. And then you can start creating that transformation binder because now you have their transformation. And again, if they allow you to use them on your social media page, which is kind of rare unless they become a coach, but you can ask them that. Hey, do you mind if I shout you out on my Facebook page? If they say no, they say no. But this is a way for you to also kind of show what you have done as the coach. Allie asks, an app suggestion for those side-by-side photos. I use Layout by Instagram. It's super easy. Layout by Instagram and Photomir I use a lot. You can put 2 side-by-side with that. I used to use PicStitch, yeah, but the Layout by Instagram was just easier because I put everything on Instagram anyway. Step number 9, behind the scenes is where it's at, guys. Once the group starts is where the real work begins. So this is where you're going to want to create a tracking system that works for you to make sure you're keeping track of your customers. This is a step we all are guilty of missing, is what happens once they get started. It's like, okay, they're in a challenge group, cool. The real work happens behind the scenes of the challenge group. Some people do notebooks, others use Streak. I personally use Asana, and I'll share with you guys how I do mine in a second. But they told you in their form at the beginning how they need held accountable, right? So you need to hold them accountable. That's your job. It's not your coach's job to help them get through their program. It is your job. And they shouldn't have to do it on their own. You should be checking with them, I would say, at least twice a week. Even if they say, I don't want to be talked to every day or every week, I still check in with them twice. Even if I get in, sometimes my challengers ignore me, but I still try. I'm going to share with you guys really quickly how I track my customers really quick. To be quick, and then we're almost done. Where are you? Okay. So I use Asana. That's asana.com. But I go to, where are you? Okay. So I have all my customers divided by the month they signed up. So what I can do with this is I click on her name, and I have a running log of what we talked about every time we talk. So I have her email, the date she enrolled, she signed up as a discount coach customer, where I placed her, best way to contact. This is that form she filled out. I copied and pasted it in here, and then I write in here when I reached out to her last. I say down 5 pounds, down 4 more pounds, 9 total, down 11 pounds as of today. Copy and paste. So when she told me that she did a work potluck and she did so good, she didn't even crave the junk I would have wanted, and I feel amazing. Down 15 now, down 2 more pounds. And then I can literally go through every single one of them, and I have all this for all of them. This is my way of keeping track of every single person that I have signed up, because this is important. I totally believe that this is extremely important. And again, you don't have to have this detailed of a system, guys. This is what I do. But personally, before I was doing this, I was doing a notebook. I had a person's name at the top of a page, and I would just put the date of when I reached out to them last. All right. And okay. So ways to connect with them after they're in the challenge group. So I text them periodically. I send them quotes that remind me of them, or I'll tag them in something that reminds me of them. If I will always tag them if I thought of something in a challenge group, or if I'm looking for them or they've kind of fallen off, I ask them, I'm like, hey, where you at? And I'll tag them and post in the challenge group. I send voice messages via Facebook a lot, where I'll just reach out and I'll tell them I don't, guys, first off, I want to say with this is I don't bullshit my customers. I don't sit there and hey, you're doing such a good job. When they haven't posted or anything in a week and a half. When I reach out to them, I'm genuinely, I'm their coach. They asked me to help them through this. So I'm genuinely trying to be there and help them through this. So they told me how to hold them accountable. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm showing them how. I'm basically giving them the tools to hold them accountable. And at the same time, I'm making sure that I am cheering them on from the sidelines. I send them a lot of times, I'll just send a message and just be hey, I'm rooting for you. I'm thinking of you today. I hope everything's going well. I do weekly emails and newsletters. Again, this is something that you might not be doing right now, but I still do a weekly newsletter. Before, it was just an email to their Gmail account, just kind of saying, hey, how are things going? But now I do a straight up newsletter through MailChimp. Calling them. One time I have an example of one of my discount coaches. She lost 8 pounds in her first week, and she texted me that, and I was like, shit. I called her and I congratulated her, because guys, that's huge. I was like, girl, can I call you real quick? And she's like, yeah. And we celebrated over the phone together. Facebook messaging them. And then you can also send direct messages on the Challenge Tracker app. So really quickly here, if you go back to participants, you can literally like click on there and then send a message. So I've done that before too, because that goes right to their cell phones. So, and also like your phone won't get blown up from it. So if you just click send message, I can type something and send it to myself, whatever. So that's how I stay in contact with my challengers. The better the experience, the more they know you care. The higher chance they're the next rock star on your team. Guys, the best coaches are the ones that are walking proof the products work and would scream about them from the rooftops without being asked to. If you can go into every single day striving to help them and give them everything to make them a better, make them have a better experience, they won't leave. Like, how many of you guys had a really good, like, why? I guess the biggest thing is like, how many of you guys have had a really rocking challenge group experience where you got that transformation? You got a transformation, right? You saw some sort of results. I think that the biggest thing is like, I saw my results and I had to keep going. Like I said, I knew that I like loved Shakeology. I knew I loved the products. And I was going to keep doing it. My retention, like, here's another question. How many of you guys have had coaches quit or people quit on you? Cancel their Shakeology, go inactive, whatever. We've all had those too, right? Can we honestly all look at that right now and say, maybe I could have done a little more? Maybe I could have helped. I mean, guys, believe me, you're not going to save them all. You're not. Be ready for that. You're going to have the people that come on and then they know everything better than you, and they're not going to stick along. It's going to happen. It happens to all of us. But I can honestly say that I look through my inactives every day and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't I do something better? Like, what could I have done better? I have reached out to, guys, I've done this. I've actually did this a couple days ago. I reached out to all my inactives and I invited them back. I apologized. I said, look, I feel like I could have been better in some way, and I want to make it up to you. Like, give me another chance. Let's figure this thing out together. And 3 of them went off. 3 of them reordered their Shakeology. Like, that's how this should be, is like, we have to, we personally have to take responsibility for the ones that fall off. I mean, like I said, not all of them, because some of them are going to be stubborn and some of them just are not going to have it. But we can all try to, can you send me what you sent someplace? Yes, I'll post that. It was basically something really simple where it was like me just apologizing to them and saying, hey, I just want to reach out. I know it's been a while and I'm taking responsibility for that. You came to me, you trusted me to help you through this journey, and somewhere along the way we got disconnected, and I want to make it up to you. I want to try to do this thing again. You had big goals. I bring back up their goals that they had last time we talked, and let me help you make this happen. So it's basically something simple like that. And I just invite them back, because they're kind of just, if they're sitting there inactive, they're paying that $16 fee every month and they're not benefiting from it. You know what I mean? So I'm never going to tell them to cancel, because I want them to come back. But at the same time, like, I don't want them wasting money. So, yeah, I just really feel like this needs to be the focus this year, because here's the thing. Next week, guys, next week's topic for our team call is running a rocking challenge group and getting them the results. And the reason that I'm tackling all these subjects early in the year, does anybody know why I'm tackling these subjects this early in the year? Because this needs to be what our focus is for 2017 is customers. Because I will tell you right now, since I have turned to this method where I put them first, look at this team right now. Look at this team call. They make the best coaches. And then they bring on coaches who feel great. And then they treat their customers good. It's a chain effect. So I think the biggest thing here is to really, I'm looking at what our topic is next week. I think that's what it is. Running successful challenge group and creating lifers. My retention has been so much better. It's like extremely, and I'm not bullshitting you. It is extremely rare that I get a cancellation email. Extremely rare. And I am getting one, it's someone like will reach out to me prior and be like, hey, this is what's going on. Like I need to put my shakes on hold for a month and I'll be back. And the only cancellations I'm getting are from customers, people that weren't discount coaches. And they either transition into coach or something like that too. But that's another story. But honestly, I just want everybody to be in the mindset where we can always do something more for them. And everything that I just told you guys in this PowerPoint is available in that 2017 resources folder. Like I'm not hiding anything from you. This is literally what I do. And underneath, when I post this recording tonight, I will post that checklist, which shows like you guys can print out and keep it and just check them off as you go. And so you guys can see, that's what I do. That's what I do every single day. But remember, it doesn't stop after you place them in a challenge group. Like that's where it starts. Because if you can get them, and guys, I introduced the business opportunity a week and a half into the challenge group because I'm a firm believer it does not take long for them to fall in love with it. Allie, am I right? She was in my challenge group for a week and a half and she was already like, I think I want to do this. Like she was excited about it. If you're doing your job correctly, they're excited. I'm just looking around. Like it happened for all of you. All of you got results first. So, yeah. Does anybody have any questions? Does everybody feel better? Were you guys already doing this stuff? Okay. All right, cool. Well, that's good to know. At least we have people that were already kind of doing it.
I'll say something quick on that. I just took my Christmas break to go through all of your documents that you posted and kind of, make them mine or whatnot. We'll really just change the words Kelsey to Erica and that kind of stuff. But I've noticed a huge difference in the last month. And the reason I keep talking about wanting to contact my discount coaches, I think all week I've really started to feel like really guilty. Like I took $140 from them. Like I signed them up and I threw them in a challenge group and like, thanks. That's how I feel. Cause this challenge group, like I literally get chills every single time I open it. Cause people who were like kind of fighting with me, like hesitant, not fighting with me, but like, I don't know if I'm going to sign up. I'm going to sign up. They're like going off in this challenge group and everybody's posting and there's like 60 comments on things. Guys, like I've never had that. But I truly believe the difference is that every single person who signed up with me since like December 15th till now has gotten like the emails 2 days apart, back to back. They've got everything that Kelsey just told you to do, they've done. And I feel now that I need to give that to all the people who signed up with me in 2016 from January to November. Because I feel like I really missed something for them. Like I missed the boat. I missed why we're here. And I know I wasn't completely looking at them as Success Club points and just like money. I wasn't. Like I wanted to get them results, but I feel like I didn't give them that. And a few of them are still with me. A couple of them are coaches. And I feel like I got lucky. I was still checking in with them. But now I just feel like something has clicked and this year is going to take off because of our challengers. So use those resources and dig into them, send them the stuff, and I swear you'll feel the change. Because like in this last week, I've cried multiple times pulling open my challenge group because it's just a crazy feeling to see them like get it kind of thing.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, think about it. I guess I'm looking to see who's been here the longest. Rebecca and Erica, did I do this with you guys? You guys did not have as extensive as a customer started right as like the girls now do. It's true, and it's makes them the same way. It's like the thing is like we can't beat ourselves up over what we have already done because like you guys, we're all learning as coaches every single day. But that's why I wanted to tackle this so early into 2017 because I know we can all make this change right now. I know that we can put them first because like it's easy to look at all of the shiny stuff, guys. It's easy to look at Emerald, Diamond, Star Diamond, Elite, Premier, and all the shiny stuff and money. And like, that's all great, but that's all extra. That all comes with you building solid foundation and really fulfilling the mission of Beachbody, which is to get them results. And in the past 2 months, the amount of people that have sent me a transformation has been mind-blowing. Like mind-blowing. I have them printed out and put in my binder. And it's so cool. It's so cool. My health bet group is the same way right now. They're on fire. They're on fire. Like, people are posting each other's stuff. It's awesome. Amanda says, what do you think about doing an event, letting people sample a workout with you and having a difficulty choosing the deal? Which Amanda is this? We have two on here. Okay, Amanda. Okay. Yeah, I think that, like, when it comes to, I mean, I'm sure the conversation is probably a big part of that. So, like, message me separately and I can help you with that. But I think that that's a good idea. I actually have run an event before. Like, my event was called a sneak peek into a challenge group, which kind of I went through and I shared with them like what a challenge group was. You can actually, Amanda, this is something else that I think I told Martha to do this. I don't know if she's on the call. There she is. I think I told Martha to do this, is like have them like do a 30-day free trial of Beachbody On Demand and give them a 7-day workout schedule and be like, here, try this for 7 days and tell me how you feel. Or order a sample pack of Shakeology. But for me, I mean, it's definitely diving more into the conversation, but I have done events previewing a challenge group, and it has been really successful. I think I did a 21-day fix informational group for 3 days, and I signed up like 8 people out of that group. Because you're right, people just aren't educated on it, and they're having a hard time, but that just comes with us explaining it better. So I definitely think that's a good idea. I really do. Any other questions, guys, that you're thinking of, that you're dealing with your challengers? One of the girls I work with did Beachbody in the past, and she mentioned having a shake party. Guys, those are like legit. I've always had a problem with those because my market is not around me ever. But if you have a group of friends, you can put an event on Facebook and invite them to it. It's called a shake and share. And you can invite them over, and you don't have to give them each a packet or each a scoop. You just make a huge blender of it, and you just pour into little cups, and you just tell them about the benefits of it and stuff like that. Like just what Christine said, like you basically like let them taste it, and like once they taste it and you make it for them the right way, they will like it. And then you explain it to them, like what the nutrients are in it and stuff like that. So if you have a group of friends or people that live close to you, Amanda, this is probably good for you too. If you have people like these people you're talking to that are in your area, invite them over and pour them all a shake and be like, let's do a workout together. Like, how about we get on demand and let's try Country Heat, and then I'll make you guys a shake after. It works, believe me. Like I said, I've never had success with this because none of you are literally around me. You're all over the place. So like mine doesn't come with that, but I think the closest person to me is Brittany and Amanda, and they're still kind of far. So yeah, I mean, if you have people around you, if the people you're talking to are like in your vicinity, I totally recommend that. I totally do. And Andrea, I think, is on this call. She told me yesterday, the one that sold the Tai Chain challenge pack, like hell yeah. But Andrea told me that she wore a Shakeology shirt out yesterday and literally just started a conversation. So I think it's everything like that, you know? It's just like whatever way you can get it out there. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. I mean, I don't know many people here either too, so it's really hard. It's definitely all over social media, but whatever you can do. Find like a military wives group or something, you know, and like get yourself in there and invite them all over. Any other questions? Any other thoughts or comments on what you guys do with your challengers that works? Does anybody have anything that I haven't mentioned? Did this help, guys? You feel like you have better direction, like on what to do with your customers? How many of you guys are on the Success Club board this month? How many of you guys are close to being on the Success Club board this month? How many of you guys are going to wipe those sorry little frowns off your faces and get to work and get on the Success Club board this month? It's been a rough month for me too, guys. I will say that, but like I do want to throw this out there really quick because this is a really, really off month for me. And it's probably why it's trickling down into the downline. But I made a decision today. I woke up today and I was like, there are people out there that need us right now, that need what we have. And if I look at our team page and I see you guys every single day, I'm like, if these girls need it, other people need it. And I really want to make sure that we are starting this year extremely strong. I want every single coach in Success Club this month. The All Access Pass, 3 points each. Get people on that All Access Pass, get them excited, get in Success Club. So for those of you that are Emerald coaches, or shoot for Emerald so you guys can get those leads for February. I got because I hit Success Club last month, I don't know about anybody else, I already got 9 leads this month. 9. Guys, it's crazy. Get to Emerald and get in Success Club. You guys can do it. Just make sure, and I'm going to tell you this, I tell you this every week, but it is a mindset. This business is entirely a mindset. And I just told my diamond coaches on our last call, and I'm going to tell all you guys too. Let's detach ourselves from the outcome. Detach ourselves from the outcome of what it's going to feel like if we hit that goal, because that's going to cause nothing but stress in our lives. To think about all the shit that can go wrong along the way. But let's commit. Let's make a commitment today to enjoy every step of this process. Every step, every conversation, every no. The fact that I got off the phone with Lizzie last night, this is one of Lizzie's goals. Lizzie goes, hey, I was like, what's one of your goals this month? She's like, what was it, 35? 35 no's. I was like, that's a great goal. What kind of business is that? Where I'm like, that's awesome, good. And I was like, where are you at right now? She goes, 17. I'm like, whoa, you're almost there. That's what we're talking about here. Because she set her weekly goals for this week, and she goes, I'm going for 10 more. So what that means to me is that she is actively pushing to help people. And out of those people that tell her no, she is guaranteed to get one yes. I'm having a freaking record-breaking month on no's. I will tell you that. I haven't had a month like this where people said, it's January too, shit. I thought everybody would be ready to go. But no one. Stephanie's at 45. I think I'm around 53 right now. 53 no's. Or no answer. I have way more no answers. That's just a whole other notebook. But the thing is we cannot let that shit tear us down. Because the thing is I honestly truly believe, and I've been in this business long enough to be a witness of this, the more you get, the better your year. Because you literally are laying a very solid foundation for all the people that are going to come back to you later on this year. So just keep pushing. Get yourselves in there. It doesn't matter if you're at 6 or if you're at 10. Get yourself in there. Do whatever you have to do. Hustle your ass off to help people this month. Not to hit Success Club, but to help 3 to 5 people this month. Because every single one of you can do it. Do not be okay with ending the month at 2. Please, for the love of God, do not be okay with ending the month at 4. And just go for it. If you're on this call right now and you're like, what the hell is Success Club? I promise you I will definitely help you with that. But basically, it's just helping people get started with a program in Shakeology. That's it. Let's do that this month. Is everybody committed to doing that this month? 2 lives. 3 lives if you don't sell out all access passes. 2 to 3 lives this month. Let's all make a commitment. And guys, I promise you, I'm looking you in the eye right now, and this is me asking you to hold me accountable. I will be at Success Club 20 next week when we talk. Okay? I'm at Success Club 6. I will personally be at 20 between my 2 accounts next week. Because I know people need my help right now. So put in the chat box real quick and I'll let you go. Where are you going to be next time we talk? And don't just say it because it's make me happy. Where are you going to be next time we talk? 6, 10, 3 and jacks, 9, 6. This is fantastic. 7, 5 and 14. Love it. 5. Let's do this. Let's not look at this like it's an obstacle in our way, guys. Let's just do this thing. Let's go for it. Let's get on the board. Let's change some lives this week. Okay? And then we'll get them started right with everything I just told you. All right. You guys have a good rest of your night. And next week, I said we will talk about a rockin' challenge group, how to make them really fun, exciting, get your challengers involved. For any coaches that have ran a really successful challenge group, I'm going to only be talking for a little bit. I would love for this to be more of an interactive call. So if you have stuff that works in your challenge groups, I would love to hear it. as well as creating lifers. And then the week after that, we're going to be talking about how to properly introduce the business opportunity out of challenge groups. So we're going to go through that, and then I'm going to start bringing in guest speakers again. Does that sound good? All right, well, I will see you guys next week, and I am super freaking pumped to see what that Success Club board looks like next Thursday. So you guys have a good rest of your night, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.